Hey, afternoon, everybody. It's about 3 minutes to 1:30, I believe. Let me check my time. Actually, 2 minutes to 1:30 on this Sunday afternoon. And I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a channel update. Just to let you guys know what's going to be upcoming real soon. Now, as of today, we are literally 2 weeks away from things sort of getting back to normal. And what I mean by that is, my mom will be going back to work. But the week before that, all my young nephews, from the youngest to the oldest, out of the 3 young nephews, if you will be going back to school on the 11th. So that kind of helps things out. Now, here's the situation. Here's the situation that lies within. Okay? Here's the situation. It's good and it's up in the air. The good is that the day my mom goes back, which would be a week, 2 weeks actually from this Monday, 2 weeks from this Monday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, let's put it that way. 2 weeks from the 4th, depending on when you hear this, I will be off that day. I will be off, and I'll be able to do what I want. I can do my own camera vids. I'll be able to do my reviews. I'll be able to do my updates. So I'll be able to do a lot of stuff. That day, and then 2 days later, on a Wednesday, I'll finally be able to catch up that week on things that, quite honestly, I should be doing. But here's the problem that lies within that. You see, this is stuff that I should be doing already. I should have done this stuff. But the problem that lies with that is I live with a person that recently has been doing the correct thing, been doing the right thing, if you will, but most of the time has the habit of opening a door without knocking, and that is, of course, my mom. And I can understand it's a habit she has. I don't know what that was. But I can understand it's a habit she has. It's a habit because she lived on her own there for at least not 7 months, but she lived there on her own for at least, I'm trying to think, 6 months, almost 7 months. She lived on her own. So I can understand that even though that was like 7 years ago, about 7 years ago, I can understand that she still has that habit of, hey, I'll be able to open the door to any room I want and nobody can say anything. Because she still probably feels like she still lives on her own, which she doesn't. But again, that's something to talk about for another time. The point is this. Things are going to start to slowly get back to normal. Financially, right now, that may not be the case. I mean, I will say this. Hold on for a sec. Okay, but I will say this. One thing that I have obtained is something that you will see in a video probably within the next 2 weeks. It will be a review depending on if this thing was worth getting. Now, thankfully, I do have a protection plan. Basically, I could take it back and say, hey, this isn't working. But we'll see what happens. Let's just say I'll be able to watch the movies I've been getting for a certain format, or on a certain format. I'll be able to watch them more now because I don't have to worry constantly. Well, not worry, but have to wait until my mom is either out doing something or she's working. Because quite frankly, I would like to watch these formatted shows and movies at my leisure. But I can't. And why? Because I put the Blu-ray in the living room. And there's not many Blu-rays out there anymore that do audio video. It's mostly HDMI. Thankfully, Electric City, or whatever it's called, has been distributing these HDMI to AV converters. Now, in case you don't know what those are, basically they will convert a signal to 480i or P or whatever you want to call it. And basically the one I'm getting has gotten a lot of praise. I mean, it's obviously does the job it needs to do, even though some might say, oh, well, it does have some lines and all that. You know, that's to be expected when you're converting something, okay? Not everything's going to turn out all sunny and rosy, if you know what I mean. I mean, let me give you an example. When I helped first convert my mom's video files off her camera, I tried it with AVI, and boy, was that a mistake because it did not look very good. However, when I tried it with DVD video format, basically MPEG-2, it worked. It did. It worked. It actually allowed for the footage to come out very clear and watchable. I mean, I'll give you an example. You know, yesterday I looked on YouTube, on the YT, I should say, and someone had put the behind the camera unauthorized story of Three's Company. Now, I told my mom that it might go silent at the end of certain parts because this person broke it up into 6 different parts. And that's understandable. You know, you don't want to get in trouble with, copyright situations or anything like that. So, you do what you got to do. But then speaking of which, you also have a behind the camera unauthorized story of Mork and Mindy. And that's in full length. Someone posted the full movie. Makes you wonder, right? The point is, when I started using the DVD MPEG format to convert my MP4 or AVI files, they came out better. Why? Because I was converting it to a format that would be watchable, that would be seen better on television. It would come out better. So, with that said, that's exactly sort of what this converter I'm getting is going to do. You see, down the line, I plan to get either a PS4 or Xbox One before this year is out. And this will allow me to play those systems on my regular television. I hope. Why, you may ask? Because that's what it's formatted for. That's what it's made for. So, that's going to be happening real soon, and you will get a review, hopefully, of what I've gotten. You pretty much now know exactly the thing I was talking about that I got that's going to allow me to watch certain formatted movies at my leisure without having to wonder when or if I'm ever going to be able to watch them on the system, the Blu-ray, if you will, because yes, that's what it is. It's a Blu-ray, in the living room. So, anyway, with that said, and I will tell you this though, from experience, when I had my cousin, who's about a half a year older than me, living with me and my mom a few years ago, he and his brother bought a Blu-ray for him to have in there, and the picture looked crisp and clear even on a regular television. So, we'll see what happens. But then again, that was a Blu-ray with audio video. This is something that's going to be converted. But like I said, we'll see what happens, and I think it should be all right. I mean, when you think about it, when you play a regular standard definition DVD, let's say it's something like Sonic Saturday Morning or Goof Troop or Tailspin or whatever, or Rescue Rangers, the picture gets a little bit more sharper. The picture becomes a little bit more sharper, and it looks like basically it gets a little bit more sharper and nicer. It's not upgraded, it's just more straightened out. Let's put it that way. More straightened out than you can even imagine. Like I said, than you can even imagine. So it works out very, very well. It works out very, very well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But again, like I said, getting back to what I'm talking about, things are going to slowly start to get back to normal as we approach the next few weeks. Of course, it all depends on whether or not my mom gets her truck back in time. You see, she has her truck in the shop, and she doesn't know what's going to happen, as far as it getting repaired, passing the smog, and trying to get it to work, so she can drive to work. But again, we'll see exactly what occurs. But the thing is, it is time is fast approaching, and things will eventually get back to normal. I mean, hopefully, my plan for the 18th, and this is my plan. This is my plan. I'm hoping it goes through, but this is my plan. Is to do something I haven't done since my mom went to work, or since my mom was working, and that's relax and. Let's kind of relax and enjoy a BB, if you know what I mean, a nice BB. And I'm not going to say anything else besides what you guys are hearing. But that's all I'm going to do. Now, does that mean I'm going to use what I still have? Of course I am. Does that mean I'm going to buy more? Of course. And, maybe I'll look into one of those machines that you stick to the side and helps things get even bigger and better. But it makes the BB bigger and better, if you know what I mean. But still, that's what I plan to do. Not saying that's going to happen because, as as I have mentioned and as you have seen, plans do change, and they can and probably will change in the future. Now, with that said, and I hope they don't take this down or anything because that music in the background. But like I said, with that said, things are getting back to the way they are. Now, what does this mean for the future? Well, this basically means this. Not right away, but within the next few weeks, basically in the next month or so, we should be getting financially back on track. We should be financially able to do some things once again. For example, myself, I should be able to once again go back to Amazon and get some things that I've had in my queue for a while, and hopefully they'll still be there. Because quite honestly, it's been a long time coming. A whole summer's worth, but it's been a long time coming. So that's going to happen, and when that happens, we will go back to the one-day deal. If not, I'm thinking of maybe even doing the Prime account again and just getting it done like that. But if hopefully financially things will get better, and like I said, I'll go back to the one-day deal. Now I know what you're thinking, though. You're probably thinking, well, Brian, if you work at a place like Walmart, you probably get a bi-weekly check. Is that the same with your other family members? All depends on the job, but most of the time, yes, it's about the same. Though that's none of your business, though. But still, it's like with anybody out there. Everybody's got pretty much a bi-weekly check. Unless you work for a very good job, then you get a weekly check. But that's not if, here, or there. The point is basically, we're getting towards a time now that things will get back to normal. Now, like I said, reviews will be coming back, updates will be coming back. Zara Nizarak, for him, I'll finally be able to send stuff out. I told him before the summer's out, hopefully, I might be able to send him something, but we'll see. I didn't expect the passing of my grandma in Kansas to happen and me having to pay back my sisters for helping me get out there with them, but that's an entirely different story in itself. So, we'll see what occurs. I had to basically sit down here for a second. I basically had to lend out money last night to help out because of these financial situations. But again, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. But I will say this. Depending on what happens, things will start getting better around here. Now, I do appreciate people sending packages and all that. I really do, and maybe, hopefully, down the line you can help again. But, like I said, things will change, and hopefully I won't have to rely on anyone just yet, for a time, at least. I won't have to rely on anybody for the time. Until I hit the mic there, or I hit the recorder there. Until at least for the notice. I mean, when one thinks about it, it's kind of surprising that the summer sometimes always hits people financially, even if they're doing good, hits them financially. But like I said, the point is, like I said, things are going to get better. Like I said, my plan on the 18th is to at least try to take a nice relaxing BB. And what that means mainly, though, depending on whether or not my mom has the kids or not, which she shouldn't. But then again, the day before she goes back is my niece's 22nd birthday, so there you go there. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get up early in the morning, either after she leaves for work, or I'll just do it early Sunday morning. Come to my job, use the self-checkout, get some BBs, if you know what I mean, and just put them away until the next day. I did that before, I can do it again. And like I said, some other stuff will get back to normal real soon too. I mean, at least for a week, my mom will be able to sleep in and not have to worry too much about things, not have to worry if the kids are going to get up before her or anything. So hold on for a sec. Sorry about that motorcycle. But like I said, I'm going to be able to get back into the swing of things real soon. So that's basically what's happening there. So, like I said, I thought I'd just give you guys a bit of a channel update to let you know what's going on, what the impact is going to be and everything, and what's going to happen from there. So, that's really about it. I mean, not really much to say besides that. I mean, I'm doing well now with my job, so that's a good thing, that's a blessing. And again, like I said, just have to see what happens in the next few weeks, but hopefully things will start to settle down. And at least by the 18th, things will be back to normal. But, of course, that week and the week that follows are also going to be the weeks that I have to look out for. You see, first of all, my mom's birthday is my mom's birthday is basically the week after she goes back, so I gotta look into that for her. But thankfully, it's a week I get paid. And then again, like I said, we'll just go from there. But for me, I pray to God that things will work out right. I mean, hey, at least I get at least I get one day to at least I get the day that she goes back to myself. I get that day off. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, thought I'd just let you guys in on what's going to occur in the next few weeks with the channel. Yes, you're still going to get your video or audio reviews of the Sonic JHL comic book and the monthly opinions. You'll still get those, as well as some other topics I might talk about. Let's see what else. You'll still get the podcast. You'll still get the cartoon flashbacks and all that. And yes, I will be doing fan vids. The reason I haven't done any lately is because I haven't turned it on my other computer, and I'm also considering testing out the computer the Windows Movie Maker on the. I'm also considering using the Windows Movie Maker to do some fan vids as well. I mean, I did it in the past, so I can do it again. So that is what's going to be. Those things will still occur. It's just going to take some time. All right. But letting you guys know what's to come. Basically, this is the channel update to let you know what's going to happen within the next few weeks, and hopefully you guys will look forward to it. As of right now, this is the only way in on camera as well. Audio and on camera are the only ways, like right now during my lunch, late at night or early in the day, depending on my work schedule, whether I'm off or I got to work later on. These are the only times you're going to be able to see or hear from me doing these kind of things, because honestly, like I said, the summer break, winter break, and spring breaks kind of throw a wrench into the plans, you know what I'm saying? Mostly summer, because that's a little longer. You know, especially when you have some young nephews liking to stay for almost a week or two. Anyway, I just letting you guys know what's happening, and that's about it. Comment below if you want any more, if you want to know any more, and I'll talk to y'all later. I'm heading back to work.